fancy photos.
Right.
That takes whatever. You do a minute and 40 seconds of we're the greatest in the world, so and so. You do a minute of the title girl telling you how wonderful title insurance is. You do another minute and a half. You're done.
Right. I don't think anything else.
Sal, the show that brings you new listings and insight from Miami to you. I'm your host and fellow peer, John Porter, here with Sal Davidi of Davidi Realty. And Sal, the topic of the week this week is the purpose of an appraiser.
Well, we covered last week's episode about actually getting the mortgage. We had a great mortgage expert talk about that. One of the things that they're going to require is an actual appraisal on the property. Mm-hmm. And that appraisal is going to basically tell you what the property is worth, mm-hmm. and that should more or less match your contract price. It's not always the case.
Right.
So they're appraised for more or for less. More, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
The problem becomes what happens if it appraises for less.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess a couple episodes we talked about home inspections. What's the difference between a home inspection and an appraisal?
Well, the home inspection covers the condition of the house.
Okay.
Electrical, roof, plumbing, appliance, etc.
Mm-hmm.
An actual appraisal, which a bank requires, is more based upon are you paying what the property's worth.
Okay.
And that becomes, like I said, becomes a problem if the appraisal comes in for less. Let's assume
Mm-hmm.
you're paying it for a house $300, appraisal for $280.
Mm-hmm.
You have that $20,000 gap.
Okay.
How is that resolved? Either you renegotiate with the seller and lower the price,
Mm-hmm.
the bank adjusts their mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
or you put up the difference between the price and the appraisal in cash, which for a lot of people is a real problem.
Okay, so inspection is more on like the condition of the house, but the appraisal is more on the value of the house.
Exactly.
And does everything hinges on the appraisal? That's what you guys just got from you, because you just said, hey, if he comes in higher or lower, the difference is going to have to be made up.
The bank is going to use for their value the appraisal.
Mm-hmm.
It's their appraiser. They order it. They pretty much control it.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of your contract price, if the appraisal is the bank is going to determine what they're going to lend on the house.
Okay. Trying to think. Is there anything else on an appraisal that I have to look for?
Well,
okay, can I get another appraiser, actually?
Well, I mean, I've seen circumstances where the property appraiser for too little money,
Mm-hmm.
and the borrower and the mortgage consultant deal with the appraiser either or another appraisal to get the value up or rechecking the numbers.
So I can get another one.
You can. The
But
problem
that's
is
not
that
real.
once that number gets in there, that's the number. I've seen where they've adjusted it based on conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But the appraisal becomes a problem because, again, if it appraises for less money,
Right.
your whole loan approval is set off.
Oh.
So even though it doesn't seem like an important factor, sometimes it can come back and really haunt you.
Again, just one more time. I know it's going to sound like a repetitive, but if it doesn't come in, lower? What you're saying? If the loan value is X, but it comes in under, you're gonna
Right.
have
If your contract price again is $300,
okay,
and your appraisal comes back at $280, you have that $20,000 gap. You got to make up some way.
renegotiate the price.
Renegotiate the price with the seller.
Mm-hmm.
Come back and possibly get the bank to readjust their loan.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a lot of deals die for that reason.
Okay. Well, this is very important then. We're gonna come back with we're gonna get the expert of the week, and then we're gonna come back with the property of the week. We're here with the expert of the week, Jorge Cruz. George, thanks for coming. Before we get started, could you tell us a little bit about maybe your background in appraisals or Cruz appraisals? Just a brief.
Sure, absolutely. Cruz appraisals. We do residential and commercial appraisals for lenders, attorneys, private clients, all types of people who need valuation on real estate.
Okay, cool. We're kind of going over the steps of if we were a first-time home buyer, what would we do? We're right now at the step of getting an appraisal on the property. Could you go over maybe like what the importance is of an appraisal?
Sure, yeah, it's very important when a consumer is looking to purchase a home. The appraisal process is integral to it. They want to make sure that the property that they're getting is worth it. And that's where we come into play. We analyze the market and we come up with a value, and then we submit it to whichever lender, and then they underwrite the appraisal based off the value and all those things.
Are there different kind of appraisals? Is there one appraisal for everything, or because this person just is first time buying a home? Is there?
Well, if it's a first-time home buyer, it's typically either going to be a condo or a single family home.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
know, so it's going to be, you know, either a single family appraisal report or a condominium. You know,
Okay.
two different.
Does it matter which company does it, or does it matter who does it? Is there?
Well, when it's for a loan, the lending institution is going to want to contract their appraiser directly.
Mhm.
You know, the consumer can't select their appraiser. You know, based off the Dodd-Frank law that they passed.
Mhm.
The lender will select the appraiser, and it's going to have to typically someone that doesn't know the buyer.
Right.
So it's, you know, an unbiased opinion.
Ah, okay. So let's say the buyer doesn't like the appraisal. Could he get a second opinion? Could he get another appraiser, or is that?
Sure, there are circumstances where they disagree with the appraisal. You know, and in those scenarios, they'll provide data, and the lender will request what's known as a reconsideration of value,
Mhm.
and you know the appraiser will go back and look at see if it's warranted or not for any changes.
Okay, cool. Do you have anything else for the viewers, or anything about appraisals or anything like that?
Well, that's pretty much it. For your appraisals, come to Cruz Appraisals for your appraisal needs.
That's for sure. That's for sure. George, thank you so much. We'll be back with the property of the week.
All right, thank you.
Thank you again to the expert of the week, and now we're going to go to the property of the week. Sal, property of the week is 4950 Southwest 111th Avenue, Miami, Florida.
That's a new property in the market.
Mhm.
It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, nice part of town. They call the Westchester part of town.
Mhm.
The price was just repriced at $409. So you got a lot of financing options to it.
Mhm.
It's got a big backyard, room for a pool, new roof,
Mhm.
electrical, new fixtures. So real nice house. I think it'll make someone very happy there.
All right, cool. Sal, I think we're at episode 8. Are we going to buy this
Hopefully.
house yet? Yeah. Are we going to buy this house
Oh, we're,
yet?
we're getting
what?
close. Again, we're following the steps. That's
Mhm.
why I say every week. We're now at the step where we have our loan approval, we have our contract price, we've done our inspections, we're now getting our appraisal,
Mhm.
assuming the appraisal meets the price of the contract, then we're ready to go. And at that point, we're just a matter of getting title put together and going to a closing. So we're only at step 8, but they really are in these type of deals. There's probably 8, 10, 12 steps. So we're
Okay.
taking it one by one.
Right, okay, cool. Well, we appreciate all of you for watching. Again, thank you, Sal, for the lesson. And from DeViti Realty, we wish you a good day and sell more homes.